Hey guys, my name is Deb Marnie and I'm from Aussie Maille. Welcome to our chainmail tutorial channel. Hey guys, big hi, hello, welcome, how are you? I'm so pleased to see you today. Thanks for popping in and spending some time with me. So today I've got a weave tutorial for you. This tutorial is for the weave Minerva. Alright guys, let's just jump straight into it. Okay guys, so I've got some sample pieces made up here for you so you can see the weave in the various gauges. Coming up on the side here will be the list of ring IDs that I used, as well as listed down in the description below this video. But just to quickly run through it with you, the largest one here on the side is 14 gauge AWG 1.6mm diameter wire with a ring ID of 8mm. 16 gauge AWG 1.2mm diameter wire, ring ID is 5.75mm. 18 gauge AWG 1mm diameter wire, ring ID is 4.75mm. And the 20 gauge AWG 0.8mm diameter wire, ring ID here is 3.75mm. I'll be showing you today how to whip this up in the 14 gauge rings. Okay, so to start this weave, we actually need a chain that is 4 pairs of rings long. So go ahead and make up that chain now. So that's a 2, 2, 2, 2 chain. So you make that up quickly now. So this weave is very reminiscent of Byzantine in that there's a lot of folding of rings. It's a little fiddly, but it's not too tricky, guys, so you should be good with it. Okay, so I've got 6 rings there. I just need to add 2 more. Okay, now I'm going to add a twist tie to one end. It is absolutely not necessary. I'm just doing it to give you a little bit of perception. So we've got our starting chain of 4 pairs of rings, and this is where we begin folding. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold back our first pair of rings like we would if they were Byzantine. Okay, pinch it against our work like this. Now we're going to fold back these pair of rings that are on the top. So we fold them back just like we would if it was Byzantine, and we pinch them against our work. So that leaves us with another pair of rings sitting up the top. We fold back that pair of rings against our work, all the way back against that first pair of rings, and our work looks like this. Okay, and then we want to lock those rings into place. So we take up another open ring, and I find it's best to hold your work this way so that when you feed your ring in, you're mirroring this ring here. Don't try to put this in so that it sits the opposite way. We want it to cup this ring that's already in place. So we go through both our rings there that we folded back, the last pair of rings that we folded back, and we lock them in place. We flip our work over to the other side, and we do the same on the other side, making sure we lock the last pair of rings that we folded back in place. And that is 1 unit. So this is kind of a unit based weave. So you'll need to make up several of these units. So we can put that one aside. So as I said, you don't need to have that twist tie in there. I just did that to sort of show you how we're cascading back down to our beginning of the weave. So again, you're going to want to make up that same starting chain. So if you guys go ahead, it probably wouldn't hurt to make a few of these chains up in advance. So that's chains of 4 pairs of rings. You guys go ahead and do that. Meet me back here. I'll go through this again quickly with you to show you how to do that unit again, and then we will start connecting them together. Okay, so I've got our starting chain of 4 pairs of rings again. This is the beginning here. I'm going to fold back the first pair of rings, pinch it against my work, just as if I was doing Byzantine, okay? You all know what that looks like as far as Byzantine is concerned. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this second pair of rings and fold it back down on itself, okay, so that we're left with another pair of rings sticking up here at the top. So you've got to be careful not to let all this go. You can't let this go as you're going, guys. You need to keep that all pinched in place with your thumb and fingers. Fold down that final pair of rings towards your last pair of rings, so they end up sitting there against your last set or your first set of rings. Take up another opened ring, because we need to lock all of this in place now, because obviously if we let it go, we're just going to go back to the chain. So to do that, we're going to run it through these last pair of rings that we folded back. Okay, we just go straight through there. We're not picking anything else up but just those rings, okay? Just going straight through, picking it up on one side, flipping our work over, putting another locking ring on the other side. Okay, and bam, we're done. Another unit. I'll just do one more. So here's our starting chain again. Okay, fold the first pair back, pinch them against your work, just like if you were doing Byzantine. You can see that this second pair falls open. Let them fall to the side, pinching them against the work. I turn it a little bit so that the next pair of rings are also to the side. It's just easier to let them fall to the side. They fall all the way back, pinched against our first pair of rings there. Lock it all in place by opening up another one. And we want to go just through these are the last pair of rings here that we folded back. We just go through and pick up both of those, okay? Do one on that side, close it up. Do one on the other side. Just straight through there, just picking up the rings that we folded back, nothing else. And close it up. Okay, so to connect these units together to each other, we just want to take up 2 of the units, and we want them to be all facing in the same direction, so looking like this, and we're just going to join them with the same size rings that we've been using. So with our second unit here, we're going to go through the rings there on the side, and then on this one over here, we're going to put the ring through this last pair here. Okay, close that up. Okay, so your work looks like this. And then obviously we just want to do one on the other side there as well, so that we've used 2 rings to join them together. So we just go through the rings there on the side that have been folded back, and then we pick up that end pair of rings there in the middle, and we close it up. Okay, so to add the third unit, just going to remove this twist tie. Okay, taking up another ring. I'm going to feed it through these rings here on the side of our unit, and then before I close it, pop it into those last 2 rings there on the previous. Close that up, and then do one on the other side. So open up another ring, go through those 2 rings on the other side of the unit you're attaching, and then through those final 2 rings there on your chain. And close it up, and you just keep adding rings like that, guys, till you get to the length that you require it to be. But there you go, there's your Minerva weave chain. It's quite a dimensional piece. It will sit up, especially in this gauge, quite high on your wrist, but the 20 gauge is very, very delicate and would make an absolutely stunning bracelet, I feel. Alright guys, that's it. That is the video tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed weaving up the Minerva weave. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give us a thumbs up here on YouTube. Share the video if you like on your social media platforms. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Check out some of our other videos while you're here also. And last but not least, guys, don't forget our shop link up here in the corner. That's where we sell the bits and bobs and you-know-whats that you're going to need to make up this weave and many of the others we demonstrate. Alright guys, thanks again for popping in. I hope everything is going well, and I'll see you again sometime in the very near future. Bye!